Welcome back to part 2 of the Jeep CJ Carb rebuild. We actually going to rebuild it in this episode. This is the Northwind YouTube channel. Hope that you enjoy what goes on here. It's just random things that I work on, mostly vehicles, but there's other stuff that shows up from time to time. And once again, this is myself and Brady and Cooper working on the carburetor.
Let's see what we got here. Oh, I forgot to dry that off. I'm gonna dry that off. There should still be plenty of air in that dude. Extras. Do that one. I just set them on top. They're going to hit. Oh, there it is.
Everything the same except for that little weird part.
Yeah. Is that close?
Yes. Exact same.
Except for that
there's
one hole.
hole.
Okay, here, look. Let's see if that one's. Is that one completely different?
Nope, the exact same.
Okay. So that one. Those are the only two, right? And these would be for.
Would those be for the new bottom seal?
Yeah.
Oh, those are way thicker.
Yeah.
Are there two of them? Or? Oh yeah,
That's
one.
yeah. And here. Oh, see, we don't even need this piece. That's what I was telling you. The videos that I watched have a completely different way to get fuel into that.
Oh really?
Right there, yeah. And that's what that little hose is for. That's what I was over there trying to figure out. How in the world does this one work? We need to scrape a little down in there.
Okay.
But there's that little hole right there sends fuel up into that, or one of those. Because there's normally a port right there. But yeah, just scrape a little bit down in there. And then we'll
Get that black gunk off there.
Yeah.
So why are we filming this? Why are we filming?
Because we're popular.
Duh, everyone wants to know how to rebuild.
I videoed it, taking it apart, so that we
Okay.
would see, like if we have to go back and say, where did that go? But then I just always put it,
Yeah.
putting it back together. And then if something doesn't work, I can go back and go, oh, that's what we did wrong.
You're gonna get rich on YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube. That's
Well,
what
but
it's-
now you're not getting your part because you're questioning us.
That's right.
Sorry.
Because you blew it.
You blew all of our money. You're not supposed to ask questions.
Yep. That's what we're look at the instructions. Oh, there's a few more parts hiding down in the bottom. Alright, so that was. See, that's different too.
Hmm.
See, that's supposed to be that. But since this one doesn't have a ball underneath it,
So we're just gonna have to reuse this one.
yeah, it's in fine shape, but we'll just have to look and see. Anyway, once we get to that point. Just throw these away. We don't ever use them.
We don't need that.
We don't need any instructions. Oh. Alright. Clearances we'll get to in a minute. Did you go work out this morning too?
Yes, sir.
Choke. Clearances. Do we want to put it together in Spanish or in English?
I like a challenge.
Yeah.
I think this is all English. Man, I always wanted a challenge too. All right, so looks exploded view in general. Anyway, we'll start with this one. I think is where we want to begin. Where'd that come out of?
That's a piece of silicone.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
What was it in?
It
Oh,
was in that little hole.
was
I think
in-
it was in this one. No, it was.
Yeah, it's alright.
Wherever they had it. Oh, it was in. It was in that one.
Yeah,
It
it
went all
was
the way
in
down
that
through the
one.
bottom of that one.
Dang.
So we pushed it through.
Alright. Craziness. Alright, so let's just start with this is the top, that's the last. Get that out the way. We'll just start putting this one together. So you got that cleared. Alright, so this is going to go in here eventually. Just make sure. This. See, that has a ball in there. That is weird. I guess they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
We'll just put it back together like we took it apart. I should let you do that. I should let you do it that way if it's messed up.
No, I'd rather blame you.
Let's see how it is. Alright. So, that's going to go, it only can go in there one way. In there like that. So you just put those 4.
Is it these 4, right?
I think so. How dirty are they? Do they need to be?
They might need a little bit.
Just set them there and spray a little carburetor cleaner on them. And then this is the low, it was in here, low idle. I read up on some of these parts that I just called that doohickey yesterday.
The doohickey thing.
Low idle, I think this is the low idle screw. And this chemical, this will make you short. I could have been tall. I would just quit. Yeah, you can put all those in there. I'm gonna blow some air through that.
Checking out the bats.
Yep.
Do y'all use drop 10s, Coop?
No, well, could y'all use drop 10s whenever y'all played?
No, we use drop 3s.
Yeah, okay, then no. Because whenever I played, we could only use drop 5s as max.
Alright, explain what that is.
Drop 5, so if it's 32 inches long, that means it's going to be 32 ounces.
Okay.
And a drop 3 means you take 3 ounces off. For a drop 5 means you take 5 ounces off.
So it just increases your bat swing? I mean,
Yes,
your
it
speed.
increases your
Yeah.
speed. It's because it's lighter.
Okay, gotcha.
I hit my first home run with that white one.
Oh yeah?
Gee, I like this one. It's a 26 inch. Whew.
That was my T-ball.
Oh my gosh.
Get them just semi-tight or...
I mean, don't crank on them, but
Yeah,
you remember how loose they were?
Yeah.
A little bit tighter than that. That was kind of crazy loose because you want that seal around the throttle body the accelerator pump.
Back in now.
So you can feel that. Whenever you step on the gas, there's a bunch of different stuff, but ultimately what it's going to do is it's going to push that down, which causes fuel to squirt in here and go into that. Okay. Do you know about carburetors?
A little bit. I mean, not much, but just enough.
Just
I don't
enough,
know anything.
just enough to be dangerous. All right, so this is whatever that's called. It goes back in there. So if you want to screw that in, just until it seats. But
I barely know anything about them, but I do.
Like that.
I mean, I know
How
just
did it
enough
feel?
to understand.
Just
How
It got pretty tight.
that's good. All right, next would be the jet. Spray that off and some stuff.
Yeah, I know just enough to understand
Yeah,
what it does.
what it does, yeah.
Dry it off or let it dry?
It doesn't matter. And then you're going to put that right down in that hole.
Okay. Where's that big-
Probably should have done that first, but I like to make things challenging.
If only we had the Spanish directions.
I know we could be done probably by now.
Somehow I got it in there. I don't know how.
You're awesome. Okay. You just make sure that wasn't supposed to be a washer on that. Jet 43, nothing around it. On this side. Oh, that's good. All right. Next will be needle valve. So kind of spray that off a little bit too.
It's crazy how that dries so quick.
I know it. Well, that's a nice thing since this was all, we washed most or dried most of the water off, but this will help it all evaporate too. Okay, so that's going to go on in just a second. This is going to go on first. Oh, spring. Oh, here. Sorry.
Does it go
Spring goes there.
over this, right?
Yep. And then I think it was this clip. Let me just look here. Spring, clip. Yep. That clip goes next.
Does it go on?
I think it goes down to that second notch.
Is it?
It'd be a little bit lower.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah,
Right
you
there.
see that notch?
You want me to hold it down, Brady?
If you would, kind sir.
Oh, dang it.
Turn around the other way.
Oh yeah.
Okay, just let the spring up. It should seat.
Cool.
Okay, so this is showing 30 in a washer. But we didn't pull one off of that, did we?
I don't think so.
Or maybe it's just, because it's showing one right there, I see it. So this is going to go on here. But there is definitely not, and we did not lose anything. Yeah, this is everything. There's no washers. Let me just see if there's a number. 38. Spacer, pumps down, some models. There we go. This is
Okay.
obviously not one of the some. Okay, so next is going to be the needle valve, right? Top of that. Okay, so if you want to remember, it's got that.
Does it go down in that one?
No, it goes right down into the jet.
So that,
Wait, does it go over? Just double check. Yeah, it goes over. Okay. So it's going to go. Let me just see. I think it goes like, yeah, like that. And then you just basically you're going to stab it right down the middle of that jet that you put in down there. Just don't push real hard because you don't want to bend it. But we believe in you. You can do it.
You're gonna make us
I
YouTube
can't
famous,
see
Brady.
my big fingers are always in the way. There it goes.
Okay, got her in there. All right, awesome. Let's we can't set that down because it wants to push that thing up. Okay,
Oh, Cooper.
duct tape, man. You always need. So you can set that down on that. All right, perfect. All right, in a minute we're gonna adjust that, but we'll get everything set up first. Should be one more spring on top. Yep. So this little spring. And that other little clamp. This dude right there. Let's make sure we don't have new ones. Nope. Okay. Oh, yeah, Look at there. All right.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
I'm telling you. You should put that on a shirt. All right, so. Yep. All stand together too. Awesome.
Dang, we're pretty handy.
I'm telling you, we'll be done for lunch. All right. We're not gonna put this in yet, but just remind, this is gonna go in here because we're gonna have to turn stuff upside down in a minute.
Okay.
So we're not gonna use that one since there's no ball. All right. So we got that.
Yeah, I know there was this many parts of the carburetor.
This one's not too bad.
Yeah, I really thought this one was simple. I thought it was gonna be way
Yeah.
worse. I was like, oh, that's not a lot, but I mean,
Yeah.
it's still, I still wouldn't know how to do it by myself.
Well, once you take one apart, I mean, now you know you could do this. All right, so
I could think that I could do this, but I
Yeah.
don't think I could, so I'd still call you.
you could do it. All right, so next we're gonna turn that upside down. We've got everything in the middle section, right? That's last. We can take that apart. That's in. That's last. Okay, so we'll set this aside. And duct tape for later. And then this is what we're gonna put the float. So it's gonna be float and this little doohickey. Got it.
It's one thing I am good for. I do carry a knife everywhere I go.
Yeah, but you were quicker. All right. So let's dump the contents of this out.
Coop, do you carry a knife on you?
I didn't bring it today
Oh
because we
my-
were going to the school.
I carry mine to school.
Okay. Okay.
Is it? They won't know that you.
No, she will. But I just...
Well, we used to get mad whenever I take it to school in elementary.
Oh,
I didn't
Alright.
know if the coaches would
So
care
that-
if I carried it. So
put that washer on the bottom of that. This out the way. One thing that concerns me is why.
There's still gunk in there.
Well, yeah, it's silicone, but that's a vacuum line. Does that one have that? Have one of those caps? Or is that
No,
fuel?
that's a fuel line.
That's fuel. I guess maybe that's just to slow it down a bit. I don't know. Okay, so that'll go in there. And then you're going to use your big screwdriver.
Big
A little bit bigger. Not wide enough, is it?
Just barely.
That might not be even. That might not be wide enough. Try that one.
Perfect.
Then kind of back it off and do it back just about 3 times. All right, that's good. That just makes sure that metal thing seats well. All right, next is the needle valve. So this is going to have this spring and this, whatever they're called, I don't know. So put the spring
the
inside.
doohickey
Doohickey. Put the spring inside the doohickey, and then the other doohickey.
on top of the doohickey.
Yeah, the small end goes in. All right, that's good. Now that sits down in the.
This way?
Yep, just like that. Perfect. All right, and next is going to be your float. Okay, and so where'd that pin go?
Was it this short one?
No, it was just a straight pin. There. Yeah, that's it. Okay. So, let me just see that pin real quick. That's just straight on both hands. Okay, yeah. So just basically put that in there.
There you go.
Okay. All right. Pretty sure that's right. That's not what you want to hear. Pretty sure. All right. So we've got float. Yeah, seat up in there. All right. So let's just see. It's going to be this gasket, right?
flip the other way, maybe.
Yeah, probably should have put this down first. We're good. We don't need to follow instructions.
We know what we're doing.
We know what we're doing. Okay. All right, so that's on there. All right. That's it for that side. Let's just double check bottom. Okay. And then for this side, we got that end, yet, not yet, that's this. Spray that off a little bit. Probably didn't need a whole lot. Okay, so we'll get to that in just a second. So we could probably actually put this dude back together because there wasn't anything in this, just need the gasket, right?
Mm-hmm.
That way we can hook up the spring or that lever to that. Because, yeah, we're going to need to adjust that. We have to have it hooked up. Okay, so find the little gasket for that side.
Yeah. It's like playing with puzzles, taking me back to kindergarten, confusing me. Does that look right?
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah. Can only go in there one way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're correct.
Cool.
All right. So that's going to go.
That way.
I think so. I think that just goes to the side.
To the side. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because we're going to put this deal's going to go on here in a minute, but let's go ahead and get those screws in.
These long ones with the star, right?
Yeah, I have no idea. That's why I video. There should be. There's only two.
I think
There's three. Two on this side and then one coming up.
I bet it's this one.
Okay. I believe in you. They make this silicone spray. It's just basically a light adhesive
Yeah.
that a lot of people use just to kind of hold it in place. But I tend to screw things up with that too. So why are you not wanting to? Oh, because I'm an idiot. It's like, why is that not going over? All right, so are these the short ones, the long ones?
I think these are the short ones. So the three short ones.
How do you know it's not those three short ones?
Oh, on a wing and a prayer. Yeah, it may be these other ones.
How about we see what'll fit in that hole first? Yeah, it's too big.
Not that one. Right there. These ones then.
Cool. Just try it. Well, yep, that's the one. Let's get that one started. Cooper, I should be letting you hold this, huh? That way you can get some airtime.
Sure, I'll hold.
And yeah, don't snug them. Just get them all in place, and then
Gas.
you put the other one in over on this side. And the other one's coming up.
Come on. Okay.
Yeah, it's right there, I think. All right, so now just snug them all up.
Snug them all.
Yep. Cooper, you should have been here yesterday when we tore it apart.
Yeah.
Kind of snug them all up, kind of a little at a time.
Yeah.
How's your grandpa doing?
He's doing better. He got his feeding tube in, I think,
Okay.
a couple days ago.
I need
Yeah.
to go see him. That's on my. I'm gonna go see him today if we
Yeah.
can.
And
He's
I
still at
think-
home, right?
Yes, and I really think that's gonna help a lot. Is
Oh,
once
yeah.
he gets his feeding tube in.
Just feel it. Yeah, because probably didn't have any kind of appetite, right?
He says everything tastes burnt.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because the radiation on his throat.
Yep. That's the way my dad was. He had tongue cancer,
Yeah.
and they took a big old chunk of his tongue off, and then everything was, just horrible after that.
Yeah.
Sweet. It's opening. All right. So now we'll put this back together. Let's move this out the way for now, and this will give us what we need on. So you remember? You remember when we did this?
Yeah. Was it? I can't remember if it's a long one or the short one, or the short one.
Yeah, it's a little short one. So you probably can slide that down on there. Probably the other
This
way.
way, yeah.
Yep. No, actually, the other way. Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh no, wait. Yeah, you got
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I was like,
I think this is correct. Well,
because
I know the flat side has to go on that, but we got the little.
is it this one?
But it's got to go down to that tube.
Is it
Yeah. So I think we put it in the other way.
other way?
That, and then it's gonna go. Oh, so put it in that hole first.
Okay.
It's like the Three Stooges.
We're getting it slowly but surely, but we're getting
Yep. A little bit more. There we go. So close.
It's going a lot faster. Even if it had just been me, I would have still been tearing it apart.
Me too, but we're doing great. Here, see if you can. I'll hold it and see if you can get that into that top hole.
Hey, Mom. Hey, my mom asked if Brady, do you want something from Subway?
No, I'm okay.
Donovan?
No, I'm good. Thank you, though.
Unless Donovan wants something.
Nope, I'm good.
Maybe it needs to go down more. I can't really tell. Looks like it's kind of bent.
Yeah, let me just see. That's what I was wondering. Okay. I know it's because of keeping this thing open. I'm just not opening it adequately. So here, I'm just gonna hold this and you navigate the. You can pull that off and then.
I'm gonna try it this way, maybe. No, still not.
Well, I can move this, so that'll.
If we push it up a little bit there. Well, no. Still didn't.
Okay. That's closer though. That's probably the method you're gonna have to do is seat it in there. There's probably some secret to it.
Need some special tool. It costs $300.
Yep. What if we unscrew?
It's like not wanting to seat with that.
Okay, just a second here. Let me see if you can move that. Oh, there it goes. Okay,
We'll take it.
is it? Let's see this real quick. I can't see how that's going to come back out, so. Oops.
That'll cost $50.
Yep, that's left in it. All right, sweet. And it did not come out. Can't come out because it's, all right. So we're good on that. All right. So next is to adjust this dude. And so we need a little bitty star.
Sharp pulls it out of the wall.
It's too big.
This one maybe. Nope, too big.
Too small?
I think it's too big.
It's too small.
No, it won't fit in there.
Oh.
All right.
Oh yeah, maybe it is too small. You're right.
So that was too small?
Or too big, I think.
Too big?
I can't.
That's definitely too big. Sure looks like it ought to go. But it does not. So close. Alright.
I really have the thing.
Yeah, my kit doesn't have anything near that small. Let's see. What about in this thing right here?
Yeah, you can look. I found this one, but it may
Yeah,
be.
but this one looks like it might work. That would fit.
No, I think it's too big.
I don't know. I don't know. Brady.
That's the one right there. Alright. So this one will work right here, and I've got a little, I think it's in this kit. Alright, so okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to loosen this out. It's torque tender now. All right, so what we're going to do is you make that bottom out in. Still not enough. So what the instructions say is you bottom the needle out into the jet, and then you seat this screw onto that ledge, and then you tighten it up two more turns. Yep, so we will back it out. Okay, let me just double check my memory. Back out, so metering rod bottoms into the metering well. Adjust until it comes contact and with the lifter, and then this says one additional. Okay, we will stick with what that one says. All right, so you can see how it's not quite touching.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna hold it right there, and if you'll just, you can use that screwdriver. This one, no, this right
Oh,
here.
this one.
Yep, and you're gonna use that screw, and you're gonna basically, yeah, you're gonna basically make it. Hold on.
Do I need
Why did
to
that
make
change?
it down where it'll see a little lower? Or?
Yeah, just let me just double check my. Yeah, that's all you do. So I'm going to do this. Yeah, you lower it until it hits that.
So
Just until it touches
to the left.
the other way.
Okay.
Is it touching?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, back it out a little bit. Just double check. We sure don't want to take the carburetor back apart. Okay, now do it one full turn. You know how to do that?
To the right.
Yep, but you're gonna. So what I would do is, okay, you see where the Craftsman is?
Yeah.
So a half a turn is going to be making the Craftsman here.
Okay.
And a full turn is going to be making it come all the way back across. So just do that. Half. One.
There.
All right. In theory, we just did that correctly. All right. Now it should be this check valve doing. Okay. So we've done that. That's it. So gasket, this main gasket. Oh, we already put it on this, right? Okay. So this is different than the other one, maybe. So what the float, it's supposed to be adjusted to where when it's like this, the bottom part is level. And so the way we do that on this is you got to bend this little tab. So
We'll let you bend that.
thanks.
Don't break it.
Just need. It's not gonna break. It's just. Wait, I just did that opposite. Duh. Where's my other one? I'm thinking backwards. That's to make sure it doesn't. That's the opposite adjustment. In my mind, I'm working on it. I need a little screwdriver. This will work. On my car, it's opposite because the float sits down in here.
Yeah.
And so you bend things
Oh, okay.
backwards from this one. Okay. Okay, so we'll measure that one in a second. So this one, you are bending that. Let's make it smaller. Okay, so what you're doing here, like I said, you're trying to get it when it's just sitting without you holding it, that this sits straight like that. So basically you just take that look pretty level.
Looks pretty
Yeah.
level.
Okay. And then for the open one, this is where I need the number. Typical. So it's 7/16, I'm sure. Everything's 7/16. All right. So use that gauge. Taper gauge. There it is. And so what you're going to do is 7/16, right? So there's 16ths. I'm going to go 1 point past that. I'm just going to go right to there. So when you're open, that's wrong. That just doesn't make sense for it to be that shallow. There's not putting fuel in your bowl. Jeep 65 is 1/4. So 65. This is 77.
It's a 77.
Okay, 77. 15-30 seconds. Dry float level. 15-30 seconds. It's all the way down. It's going to be 15-30 seconds. So it's just not very much. Let's see. See, one, that number is different than this number. 1 5/8 or 1 1/4. That's crazy. Okay, I'm gonna go with. How do you know if it's early or late? I'm gonna go with 1 1/4 to see what that looks like. So basically you go from this lip until the edge of that. And that's at 1 1/4 right there. I'm gonna leave it where it is.
Perfect.
Okay. So you got that done. What time do you have to go to work? You have to go to
5.
work? 5.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'll have to go till 5, or have to be there at 5.
All right. So what we'll do when we're done is we'll cut that off. I'm not gonna cut anything off now.
Okay.
But once we get it closed up, then you got 2 edges. If I cut now, I'm gonna go crick and run my gasket. All right, so this end's done. All that's left is to put this in here. And then I did that. We've used gaskets everywhere we're supposed to. That's it, right? This is all we have left of what we pulled off.
Yes.
All right.
I don't remember.
That goes on the outside. That goes
okay.
here somewhere. Yeah.
For the thing
Yeah, we'll
or something.
figure it out. All right. So this is going to sit right down in there. This is going to fill up with this is called your bowl. So I'll let you put that together. So you just want to kind of set it down on there as straight as you can. When I'm putting stuff together, my mind keeps going, there's no way this is going to work. There's no way. So
is it?
it's the 4, are these the long ones or these the short ones?
Is it
These
2
are-
long ones and 2 short ones?
Probably so.
Short ones.
Yeah.
Here.
Short one.
right there, probably.
Oh, no, that's a long one because it goes down. 2 long ones here.
Okay. Yeah. These. Is it? These ones.
Remember there was that one that was way down in here, that short one? So, and then, so, where do those go?
I think this one goes right here.
That's a short one for sure. You can see the edge.
Yeah. That's how this.
Is this one longer?
That one's short.
Yeah, we're good on that one.
And that one go right there again.
Does it look like it goes the full length?
Yeah, it looks like it should, but I don't think it fit in there.
Oh,
You don't want anything to eat from anywhere else?
No.
no, we're good. You get you something to eat. I had a really good breakfast.
Yeah. Just my mom's bringing me Subway. She used to ask if I wanted something.
Okay, so what you're saying is that one won't go in there, right?
Mm-mm.
Okay, then this one.
This won't go in there either.
Well,
Maybe these ones went in.
no, those have to be. Those were long because
okay.
yeah. So let's go ahead and what we know is those go there. So go ahead and torque those, or not, don't torque them, but just yeah, get them seated, and then we can turn it upside down. And I know that was a deep one because that's when we pulled that wrench off, that T screwdriver off the wall.
Oh yeah.
So we've got those 4 left, right?
And then these 2.
Yeah, those go on
Yeah,
this.
on that.
Yeah. All right. So
What's this spring needle thing?
That's the. It goes right
It's an
in.
adjustment. For
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
idle adjustment screw goes right in there. There's no way we didn't put.
Yeah, that's why.
All right.
Maybe I think because look, these ones are the same. Oh, but they wouldn't fit in there. That's a problem too.
Yeah.
huh?
All right, so let's think. We didn't put any screws on the inside. All right, when in doubt, this is why you video. We obviously know what we're doing.
We are professionals. Do not attempt this at home.
Yep.
Yeah, they're going in easy now.
Yeah, we tried that a second ago. I'd have swore.
Yeah, I thought we did too.
Yeah, well. And then the third one goes up that way, right?
I thought we tried this one.
I thought we did too, but maybe I just didn't want to. I was just nervous of stripping things out.
So why are they going in now, but they weren't earlier?
We weren't holding our mouth right.
I was about to say, I watched you try to put it in and didn't go in right.
I need it. Well, this one's good on this. So we had the wrong screwdriver.
That's what it was.
It's still really. But maybe because of angle too. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know, but that's really tight for.
Well, that's the one that I said the threads look iffy on the bottom.
Oh, okay.
So,
Good.
yeah, I think you just do it and pray. Because you were, yeah, that's one you were torquing on to get out too.
Yeah. Yeah, it's shredding this bolt.
Yeah, as long as we don't have to take it back apart.
Yeah, we'll be alright. Oh, there it goes.
It was just the bottom of that. Bottom of that hole had bad threads, I guess. All right, just kind of tighten them up a little bit. Okay. Now we can put these other ones in correctly.
There we go.
And now we got 4, right? 1, 2, 3. Yep. All right.
Like, there's no way we lost.
We took good care not to.
Yeah, like, there's no way I didn't come in here and mess with anything.
Yeah. So,
I don't know how these went in there because they're way smaller than that other one.
I
Than
don't
the
know.
other size.
Probably the gasket. I bet it was just sealed on
okay.
the gasket or something. And do these again. Just check them. I think if we loosen them. Yep, we did. All right. So next is this. Okay. So screw that all the way in, but you don't want to torque on it.
Okay.
Just. And then once you feel it seat, back it out 2 full turns.
Take it all the way in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, don't torque on it. Now back it
So-
out. Yeah, so half. 1 half 2. All right. So normally, like I think when we were taking it apart, I said you would, if the carburetor was actually working,
Yeah.
you would screw it in and count your number of turns and then write that down. And then whenever you put it back together, you would put it back at that number. All right, that is where these go. Or was it the other way?
I don't know if it doesn't matter.
Since these aren't threaded, I'm guessing it's
Oh, yeah.
probably this way. Oh, sorry. And then we just have to put that linkage on, I think. You enjoying your summer, Cooper?
You sure? How about you?
Good so far. I wasn't having to work on other people's cars. I enjoy this. It's the first time I've ever done one of these type of carburetors, so.
Hey, Brady.
Should have told you after we just finished this.
That's right. That's why there's no way it's going to work. But that's what I always tell myself, there's no way it's going to work.
It's going to run like a charm.
Hey,
It
Brady.
couldn't possibly run any worse than it did.
When you're done, can you take me to my house real quick? I gotta
Yeah.
go get my 4-wheeler and get something out of Larry's barn.
Okay.
And then I'll be right back. I just gotta
Or you
be
can
right
just
back.
take my truck down there and go get
No,
it.
I don't want to get it muddy.
All right.
It's already muddy.
That's fine. Don't worry.
Just take my truck.
I'm gonna ride
Keys
the
are in it.
4-wheeler anyway, bro.
So, this nice rivet action back together.
Don't be talking trash about my carburetor, Donovan.
There's
It is a beauty, Donovan.
There's no room to talk trash
In its
about
own
this
way.
dude. All right, where was that one?
I know
we
it
need
came
to
out
do
with
the-
this.
We need to do the linkage first. So, here, I'll let you do that. Remember how it goes?
Not really, but I'll.
Okay. It's going to go on in here to here. Okay. So,
Go.
and then your little, yep. Sometimes it's easier if you just grab it by that. Sometimes.
It looked like I knew what I was doing for about 5 seconds.
Yep. And then you blew it. Gosh.
We're gonna be YouTube famous, Brady. But you're gonna check that.
Pastor teaches mentally disabled kid how
Right now we can't use it. Okay, so as the something's not right.
Oh, you messed it up, Donovan. What did I do wrong?
Yeah, I thought it was working a second ago. Let me just take this.
Oh, it may be because this is
on
because it's
the wrong
hitting that
side.
nut. Because it's hitting that nut.
Yeah, just take this back off.
Because remember we screwed it out a little bit,
Yeah,
and then
but it shouldn't. Well, let me just take this off and we can put that back on in a second. This is only really if you want an air breather on it.
you don't need one.
Cool people don't use air breather. Alright, something ain't right. Just on this one part. We just take that off. Alright, let me just see what we got. Let's see. Okay, that's fine. So, well, I bet you that linkage is, I bet that's what we're seeing. So as it heats up, that's cold. As it heats up, it opens. Yeah, I think we're fine. long as it can go there. Yeah, we're good.
It shows on WD-40 on it.
That's right. So I like pocket watches, and there's a old school way of doing things where they would just spray WD-40 in them, and they would work for a little while, but WD-40 just attracts dirt, so they don't work for very long. Did you already eat all your sandwich?
Almost.
Just don't go swimming for an hour and a half.
That used to freak me out when I was little whenever they'd tell me that.
I think it was just their way of making everybody take naps. Can't play for an hour and a half. What? So, we're good. It doesn't need to go all the way. All right,
Is
so
that kind of supposed to stop it, or?
no, I think we can.
Cause it's all the way up, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't need to. That's open. I mean,
Yeah.
that's getting all the air you can get. So
It doesn't need to go all the way
yeah,
around.
we're good. All right, so let's just double check. Oh, we need
Should
to.
we move one of like that screw up to here or something? Or
Well, what we really ought to do is fix it.
fix it.
So, because that's your choke housing. Gosh. Okay. All right. So, let's just see if there's any doohickeys that we could make work that we're not using. So you don't have a screw at all, right?
Mm-mm.
Do you have a bunch of screws laying around somewhere? I should have brought my screw bin. I got a ton of screws in the house. Cause yeah, you really need all three of them.
Really?
Yep. Cause it's just gonna pop off the other way. All right. So. There's baling wire everywhere. We were looking for it yesterday.
I was tripping over it.
Yep. I think we'll do that. There we go. So, I don't know that we need to replace the whole thing, or how thick? What's the difference? Is that the thickest one that it came with?
Yes.
So we're gonna keep this one, and we're gonna use 2 of the thin gaskets on this.
This one goes on the.
I think the other gasket's right there.
Yeah, just use your knife, or you got some of that carb clear?
Yes.
Yeah, grab some of that, and then we'll just. That's gross. And grab some of those rags, that blue roll. Make him work.
Spray some on there.
Yes. Gasket material. Make sure we don't get it down inside. Although I bet you that will be the worst stuff that's ever been dropped.
I can guarantee you.
Just kind of spray around that edge.
Good job, Brady.
At least that wasn't the carburetor, huh?
Yeah. Oh, that'd been bad.
Or are those chickens dying or something?
That's what it sounds like. Now just wipe it off, and I think we'll be good to go. This is kind of clean. Sure sounds like they are.
Do they have a rooster over there, Brady?
I don't think so. They might.
Let's say I wonder how early it gets up.
Oh, I don't ever hear it.
spray that down and just wipe it off, and we should be good.
Thank you.
COVID.
Yeah, for sure.
Is that on there? Huh?
Says it says the hot.
Does it say front?
Do we set a seal down on them? Oh,
Yeah, I put one. Now put one on top. It doesn't matter.
this one looks thicker.
Yeah, I use that one. All right. Carburetor.
Carburetor, sir. At that point, it would have been your fault, not mine.
All right. And now your bolts are in the, your nuts are in the bag. Did this fall off?
What is it?
That one? That
Oh
bottom?
no, it's this line.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Just making sure.
You don't have to take your bolt in there.
That's fine. Give me the hard one.
That's easier than the small one over here. Trying to be nice to you, don't
Just
you?
got the little hand.
Let that one go on.
Can't get my little. Dang it.
You want me to try to get my little hands off in there?
There you go.
Have you ever built a carburetor on one of the diesel, like the 7.3, like the old Ford carbureted diesels?
Okay, there you go. It's hand tight.
You want to use that?
Sure.
No, I never have. I think that's a big old carburetor.
Yeah, my friend has one that I was looking. He was selling it. I think that's like $2,500 for it, and I was like, that might be a steal. And it was an old carbureted one.
Can't seem to get a grip on it. I can't.
I have a better angle than you.
Yeah, I'm on top of it.
How tight's yours?
It's still pretty loose.
Cooper and I knocked this one out.
Oh, no, it's tight. How tight should we put it?
Just snug, about 40 foot maybe. All right. This way. So go push your choke in all the way.
It is all the way in.
Okay.
So was it that float right in here that was sticking? The
Yeah, right in here.
Oh, the one right here that we resealed and did the
Yeah, the needle deal.
needle.
Yeah, that's
that
what.
was sticking.
So what that does is it, once you get crappy gas, or it just gums up.
Okay.
It sticks shut,
Oh.
and so you're not, or whichever way that was.
So it'll run for a little while and then it'll.
Yeah, and then you're not going to get any fuel. And then when you would hit it, it would unseat, and then whenever that bowl filled back up, it would stick again. And so that's what the problem was. Did we bring a screwdriver?
What do you need?
I used a little standard. Wait, actually, just use my knife. My dad would be mad at me. Correct tool for the job, son. Yeah, I'm gonna need that screwdriver. Not a super long one either.
Your dad was right this time.
Yep. My dad was always right. He knew how to work on everything. You didn't get it?
Oh, I didn't know.
Sorry, just talking to myself. Just get that one of those shorter, regular, standard screwdrivers. Is it still videoing?
Yep. The George and Paul mobile. I don't know how. MOBLE.
Who's George and Paul? I
They
wonder.
stole this and they put that on there. Yeah.
And they couldn't spell
They could not spell mobile.
mobile.
But mobile.
Yeah.
Poor George and Paul.
Look different than me.
Well, I had to spell it.
Huh? Let me try that little flathead one.
Right, Brady, the George and Paul mobile, they stole it.
Yeah. Someone stole it and it got stole like 3 or 4 times.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It used to be, I think it had a lift on it, and it had those wheels, but the tires were pulled off of them. They were 33s.
That's good.
They were 35. It had a lift with a 35.
Yeah.
It had a winch, and it had lights on the top, and then it had a canvas top.
They stole all of
We
it.
found, yeah, they found it with the rims, and then like the suspension was all torn apart. The lights were all gone. There was a whole bunch of stuff pulled off of this.
All right, so you want to hook up that linkage back? Throttle linkage. Should just click right on. There you go. Okay. It's working. All right, hook up the gas lines.
Is it that? I can't remember.
What was on the other side of that? This goes on the intake. Yeah, that goes on to that deal. I haven't looked at it yet.
Is it down here?
Oh, right here, is
Yeah.
it?
I bet it's like. Do we need to look at that?
I think
That was
might need
pretty
to.
easy.
So I think it's this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right, because I used the pliers on it.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
right.
that's right. How old is this gas in this thing? Does it even have gas in it?
In the Jeep,
Yeah.
brand new.
Okay.
I put some in it too. I pulled off the tank and put a new tank in it.
Okay. So tighten that up, and then I'll go get the pliers.
Oh, so Brady, is it easier to put gas in it now, or is it still a pain?
No, it's still the same, but I got a new thing that you can slide down in there and it'll.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We're also gonna have to jump start it. That motor's
It is.
dead in the door now.
Batteries aren't exactly cheap.
No, that's off of the duty too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, the first thing I did was I pulled I drained all the gas out of that one
Oh yeah.
and then cleaned out the tank for a few days.
All right. So in theory, we have everything hooked up, right?
Yes.
What about that tube right there?
This one?
No.
Oh, this goes to the
Yeah.
air breather, so we'll hook
Oh.
that up in a minute. So, which of these has decent gas in it?
They all have good gas and I put it in.
Okay, do you have a little, like a water bottle?
Yeah, I think they will.
And let's,
Jump this way. We're gonna have to jump start it over that battery's dead.
okay, you have a,
We can push it out or we can.
we're just gonna crank it and just see. Yeah, let's push it out. That way if it explodes,
Is it in neutral?
it is now. so much louder. Oh, what are we gonna jump start with?
I'll go get my truck.
Okay.
Don't mistake that for water.
Yeah. It tastes horrible. Move this in if he's gonna pull his truck up here.
Yeah, his grandpa or whoever had this, it had this on the front.
That's steel plate?
Yeah, he had that on there.
Man, that's awesome. You could run over things.
Me and Brady didn't really like the look of it, so we took it off.
Oh yeah. It was just mounted up to this, or where?
But it was right here, in front of the
Radio.
yeah.
Huh.
Like, we didn't understand why, so we took it off.
Yeah, I guess we'll find out. Is there any shortage replicable?
I do all the time. It works.
Yep. go ahead and try again. Yeah, it's still not. It's still not. Well, let's Oh, you got an electric fuel pump on.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, I got it. Go ahead and shut it off. I was like, why is that still vibrating? That's not the pump.
those tires are out there.
Yeah.
Before we do, I gotta do that.
All right. What? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's going to say. It's a valve. Yeah, this is. You gotta put it in the right way. And every instance of it, anyway, will say this sun out or whatever. But whenever your engine gets to a certain temperature, the coolant does, it opens up. That's why he was talking about there's still plate that sits on it. Yeah. Makes me wonder what was maybe another calibration for that. Definitely on.
Yeah, I thought it now.
Well, why would it have that on there?
Well, if there's no thermostat, then your engine never warms up. And so you block the airflow, it lets the coolant get hotter. So
I might need to put that back on there then.
or a thermostat. I would put thermostat. I would put thermostat.
Oh, yeah. I saw that.
Hey, bring that screwdriver. I need that plug out. Yeah, I saw you. Yeah.
What color was
All right. Bring it. This way. This plug right here is going to be on that. That's always my biggest fear, you get all that together, but nothing. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Normally, these lines are more soft. You can feel when they're up as well. And actually, because it does have a thermostat, it opens up your fuel. But I wouldn't worry about it.
And that is probably the longest Carter YF rebuild video you will ever watch. But Brady Cooper and myself got it working pretty good. He drove it quite a bit. I think now the clutch is out, and so he has asked me to help work on the clutch. And I've never done a Jeep clutch before. I've done a Ford clutch, but we will see what the future holds regarding the CJ. Anyway, thanks for watching, and maybe there'll be some more videos on this Jeep in the near future.